Good day, everybody. So, I'm here today because it is my 100th day as a fully raw vegan, and I guess it's appropriate to just kind of create a video talking about my experience thus far, which I am very much enjoying. It's not all easy. I still get cravings. I still have battles. Well, I mean, obviously, I'm still transitioning. I don't believe I have arrived, but in my mind, I am already there. So that's all that matters because the change is always going to start in your head before your body follows. But, anyways, yes, I am on my 100th day fully raw. I was high raw vegan for most of last year and the year prior to that. And I was really transitioning but struggling in the year 2020. That's when I got started on my raw vegan journey. I got into this for health reasons. If you don't know much about me, I've known about raw vegan lifestyle for a while. It's always something I wanted to do in the back of my mind. When I first saw it, it resonated with me, but I just wasn't there yet. I was still living my life. I was still going out, having drinks, going out to eat with friends, and I was a little heavy on the drinking, fell into some depression, I guess, and then kind of stopped taking care of myself. With that went the bad habits like excessive drinking, excessive eating, smoking a lot of weed, just not being a responsible human being. And it caught up to me really bad, and I just developed just really terrible symptoms. Well, I was diagnosed with severe stage 4 endometriosis quite a few years ago. I would say in like 2016 or 2017. I ended up having to get a surgery because I had an endometrioma in my lower abdominal region that had to be removed. And then I went on hormone therapy to stop bleeding because I had menorrhagia. I was bleeding very heavily for years. I was basically on an indefinite period or menstrual cycle. Unfortunately, you can't lose that much blood and not suffer the consequences of losing so much blood and so much iron. My health got progressively worse. Over time, I developed shortness of breath, anxiety. I was having panic attacks, really high blood pressure, really severe back pain. I was overweight. I just didn't feel good in my body. I was very depressed. I was stressed out. I was unhappy, isolated. And so, yeah, fast forward, I was tired of feeling that way. I didn't want to be on birth control my entire life to stop menstrual bleeding because it would never be like a regular 5 to 7 day period or cycle. It would I would bleed really heavily with crazy amount of clots, and that would be when I was like ovulating, I guess, like shedding that uterine lining. But what you call it, it would slow down, but it wouldn't stop. I would just keep bleeding. Which is what menorrhagia is. And the only way to stop the heavy bleeding and the hemorrhaging was to go on birth control. I took the Depo shot, and that Depo, when I read the answer on the Depo, it stated that it could lead to bone density loss, and I didn't want to deal with bone density loss for the sake of stopping my periods, so that I would just stop bleeding in general. So I had to get to the root cause of it, and it had to be what goes inside of my body. Like, there's nothing that happens inside of us that we're really not the ones that are causing it, or not. We are the ones who are responsible for everything that happens inside of our bodies. Like, disease and symptoms, they're not happenstance. It's literally just your body communicating with you, like, listen, like, this isn't working right now. You really gotta start taking better care of me and stop putting these toxic things in my body. Like, I can't even completely filter this stuff out because my kidneys are blocked, my adrenals are blocked, like all of your eliminative organs. I've got all this mucus in my chest. I can't really eliminate the waste that's inside of us. Like, I'm so overweight and congested and compacted. We really can't completely eliminate the toxins that's going through our digestive tract. Like, your body is communicating with you, and we were living very unnatural lives. It's not natural to eat boxed junk food that has a million chemicals in it every day. It's not natural to wash our body with these body washes that's scented and have like a million ingredients inside of it that we don't even know how to comprehend. It's not natural. It's not natural to drink alcohol regularly. It's not natural to eat potato chips and cakes and candy and cookies and a lot of meat and oil and fats and butters and salts. Like, that's not natural. That is just something that we have been conditioned to do, because that's been the way that we have eaten in society. And I apologize, I just got a call. I hope it didn't disrupt the video. But it's just the way that we have been taught to live, and it's the way that we have been brought up to live. So now we have to unprogram ourselves of the lifestyles that we have led over the course of our lifetime, and now we have to recondition ourselves and reprogram ourselves. So I started this raw vegan lifestyle so I could aid my body in the assistance of healing itself, because really nothing you put inside of it is a cure or medicine, so to speak. It's just something that was meant to go inside of you, something that your body processes very easily. It causes the least amount of damage to your body, or it doesn't cause any damage at all. And that's always going to be food that is just like here on the planet, like just real. Like, we are natural beings and we have to eat natural food in order to thrive. All of this information about, you need this many proteins, you need this many grams of fat. If you're living in nature, how do you know that? How do you know that? You just need to eat your natural diet, and your body is going to figure the rest out. We overcomplicate everything, and we don't have to, and we don't need to. So I started this lifestyle to start reversing a lot of the damage that I did over the course of my lifetime, based on the foods that I was eating, and then the other addictions that I picked up on top of the bad foods, like the alcohol, smoking tobacco products, and things of that sort. These past 100 days, it's been like not the hardest, because I've been on my transition since 2020, but I still never completely broke the food addiction. I would still kind of like, eat something that is off course, so to speak. It's not like the best for you. And then I would end up doing like food binges and kind of just like having this insatiable desire to eat nothing but like vegan cooked food. So that's why I choose to avoid it, because once I start eating the cooked food, it's literally all I want to eat. So till I can create and figure out that balance, at least mentally, then I will get there. But my goal is to achieve at least 1 year fully raw. And this is for health reasons, and now it's starting to become for spiritual reasons, because I noticed that the cleaner I get, the more clarity is given to me in my mind. I seem to be more connected with myself, more in tune with myself. I understand myself more. I take action quicker. I am manifesting better. And I just am unapologetically myself. I am not afraid to express myself, to use my voice, to be who I am, to put myself out there. I am breaking out of my shell. I am not really caring about what people think about me, because I feel so good inside of myself, and I've done such a powerful thing for myself just by maintaining discipline. There's really nothing that nobody can say or do that would affect my course of action. Like, I have to do what works best for me. People have to do what works best for them. But everything that I am doing for myself, I am learning so much, which is why I have become so vocal about it, because I know that it can help other people. I still have so much more to work on, especially mentally, but I've been incorporating new things into my life, like meditation. I've started stretching and practicing yoga now. These are things that I've always wanted to do, but just like never had the willpower to do. I would overthink it. I would say I was going to do it, but I always procrastinated on like true self-care, self-development, and like self-mastery. And when you control the food that you eat and you avoid the temptation of the addiction foods every single day, you build a certain kind of self-confidence that pours into other aspects of your life, like your fitness now, like not only just eating well, but moving well, your mind. You start to really pay attention to everything going on around you and look at the mess that you created when you weren't in your right mind or living in your higher self. And you were just like living to survive instead of like living to thrive and live with a purpose. And I'm feeling like, or I'm noticing I am developing that sense of purpose and gaining more clarity in who I am and just being unapologetically that version of myself. So I am grateful to be at this point mentally, because it took a very long time to get here and it took a struggle and it was really, really hard. The things that have kept me really focused on this journey has been community. So on social media, I literally found every single like raw vegan or fruitarian group that I could find on Facebook. I've created one of my own for accountability reasons. And I am getting into coaching now. That is something that I'm manifesting for myself as well. A coaching career, just being a bit more independent outside of what I currently do, which I will still do for a little while. But the goal is to be completely independent and create my own lane in this life. I've always been independent minded, but now I feel more secure. Like I feel like, like my root chakra is more secure, especially now that my womb is healed and I have created a balance in my menstrual cycle and my reproductive health. And I'm just working on all the others, because there's so much damage that was done when I was living in like a low vibration, when I had lower self-esteem. And now I love myself more, and now I'm cleaning up all the mess that I made in my life. But yeah, to get back to what I was talking about, the community aspect of it has kept me motivated, following every different kind of group, just kind of like unfollowing a lot of the other food groups that I was in, even like vegan cooked food groups, like vegan soul food groups, like all those. I don't want to bombard myself with too much of what's going to tempt me, or what's going to make me want to go out and eat something that goes against the goals that I'm trying to accomplish. So just like basically bombarding your subconscious mind, because we utilize so much time on our phones, mindlessly scrolling through Facebook, going through our timelines. So, we have to use the opportunity of the fact that we're going to be doing that anyway, by controlling what we do see as we are scrolling on our timelines, because everything that we are looking at does have an effect on our subconscious programming. So I like to keep it where I have all these fresh living foods on my timeline, people who live the lifestyle, all health related information. Like I have enmeshed myself in this lifestyle because it's who I want to become, and it's who I am becoming. And it feels really good to get here, because it wasn't easy to get here. Like the biggest hurdle was the mental hurdle, like accepting the lifestyle and really breaking the chains of the addiction to that food. And like that, the addiction is not gone. But as I continue to repetitively get up every day and follow the same routine, continue to make my juices, continue to make my smoothies, continue to make my salads, continue to eat an abundance of fruit throughout the day, and just stay very well hydrated and stay cleansed, and I can start to feel different things in my body transform. Like you can really feel yourself regenerate over time. And I just have so much energy. So the mental clarity, like for me, it went from being for health reasons to spiritual reasons, because now I have a better sense of who I am. I just have better energy, and I'm just more unapologetic. I stand on the foundation of myself, and I can use my mind. I can express, I can speak, I can just be who I am, no matter who is around me, no matter who is listening. I don't filter myself. I don't, even if I know they don't believe what I believe, I'm going to say what I want to say, because we live in a society where it's like so normalized, where everybody has a group think and everybody's on the same program. They're all on the same frequency. They all get their information from the news. They all, like, when you're that person who just like questions everything and you're here, I used to modify myself. I never acted like I believed what they believed, but I would either just not say anything at all, or if I did say something, it would just be like very minimal. I just didn't want to engage with people who have a certain perception of the world that I feel like is completely bogus. And if I believe that the way they have like a manipulated or manufactured belief system, and I just don't really subscribe to the programming that most people consume. And I feel like I can look at things a bit more objectively because I'm looking at all the information, just not like a source of information, and I'm not looking at the infighting between the paradigms, the Republicans versus the Democrats, the blue versus the red, the left versus the right, the black versus the I'm just like over it. I'm over it. So I'm more focused on myself. I'm more focused on my development. I'm more focused on cleansing my body. I'm more focused on investing in my spiritual development. I am more focused on just being a better human being while I'm here on this planet, because I feel like when we raise our own personal vibrations, we raise the vibration of the earth. So if I want to see a better world, I have to start with myself first, and I would advise anybody to do that. And yeah, so this has been like a very wonderful experience when it comes to like just like personal growth. I'm starting to really see it, and I'm starting to feel like I'm creating great things for myself, and I'm going to do it unapologetically. And I really don't pay attention to anybody else besides me. I care about other people, but I can't live for them. All I can do is just be the example. So I am not perfect. I don't do all the great things every single day, but I do try my hardest to continuously repeat the same things every day so that I am reconditioning myself, repeating the same habit, so that everything that I do, that I'm reconditioning and reprogramming myself away from that other reality that I used to live in. Now I am rewiring my thinking and my actions towards another course. It's like really truly designing your own life. And when you have self-mastery of what you put inside of yourself, and you avoid the temptation of what tastes good, because you understand that it's not what is actually best for you, it's not a good long-term investment, then you start to develop the confidence to start thinking bigger in every other aspect in your life. So that's where I'm at with it. This video is about to hit 20 minutes. I don't want to make it too long, because I do want people to watch through it and be inspired. But getting community has really anchored me and helped me stick with this, but also sharing my experience motivates me to keep going every day too, because I'm getting messages from so many people telling me that they're starting to get more living foods in their diet, and they're starting to notice like weight loss or increased energy, or their menstrual cycles are better. So that makes me happy, because I feel like if we're going to be using our platforms for anything, it should be to spread value, to provide value. When somebody is watching it, they're going to walk away getting something out of it, something that they could apply in their life immediately and start changing their life right away. So yes, I'm going to end it here. I hope that I can continue to inspire people to just be better versions of themselves and eat more living foods. I really don't care about naysayers. I care more about the people who are ready to make a positive change in their life. That's all you can focus on, the people you can actually help. The others are going to self-destruct. That's their choice. That's their free will. I'm not going to judge them. And I'll pray for them. And hopefully when the inevitable happens, everything that I'm spreading is like the seed that was planted, so they know what they have to do next, so that they can feel like they're in control and they don't feel like it's the end of the world if they end up getting a scary diagnosis, that they take control and they say, you know what, I know what I need to do. I'm going to take charge of my life. I'm going to start my cleansing and detoxification process. No matter how long it takes, I'm going to clean myself out, and I'm going to allow my body to actually heal itself. Because your body is a self-healing organism. You get in the way of that healing process when you put things inside of it that it has to stop the healing process for, to now try to process and eliminate from the body. So yeah, that's that. Thank you for watching my video. I'm excited to be on day 100. I look forward to hitting the next milestone, which would be like in a half of a year. And then I just take it one day at a time. But I'm getting better and better, so there's no reason to stop now. Otherwise, I'd be going backwards. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. And I guess stay tuned for more content that I will be creating. There are more videos that I plan to be uploading about my endometriosis, the experience. I'm attracting a lot of women who are currently battling what I had to deal with at one point. And I want to kind of create a space where we can openly talk about the things that make life hard as a woman with those kind of reproductive health issues, and how it affects our relationships and things of that sort. And then also just kind of start talking about my experience timeline wise, what I did in order to aid in the process of my healing, and just that kind of information. I know people are being attracted to me because of that, so I know I need to talk more about that. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Have a wonderful day.